Governor, Sophia Bolag here from the San Francisco Chronicle. I just wanted to clarify, you said that there's no deficit. Obviously, the plan you're putting forward is balanced, as it is required to be. But are you predicting any sort of a surplus? Is that what the projections show?
I guess you could argue there's a modest surplus, but it's in the margin.
Okay.
So no deficit. We don't, again, the LAO had a number. We have our number. We have the benefit of all our expenditures as well, and contemporary knowledge on the basis that they put that report out a few weeks ago, and we're putting ours out this Friday. They'll talk more about the details, but no, we're not in a position to have to make any adjustments that are of significance compared to what was announced last year in the 2-year budget. We actually were able to land it in a very good place. Not significant commitments to new ongoing money, significant commitments to accountability, transparency, and results in this budget is how I broadly would define the more broad spirit of the budget, and maintaining fiscal discipline in a time of deep uncertainty.
Got it. And just wanted to follow up, you mentioned the DOGE department or project that the Trump administration.
I can't wait for the post-analysis of this in a few years.
Are there specific areas where you are particularly concerned that effort could have a specific impact on the California budget?
Well, I mean, you had, they already came out saying they want to try to eliminate one of the competitors of Tesla. And this is the guy who's the co-chair of DOGE with the person who founded Tesla. I mean, in any other world, you couldn't make that one up, and press would have stopped and everyone would have paused and gone, what the hell's going on with this country? That's a California-based company, Rivian, where they threatened to take back a $6 billion loan. So we're just in uncharted territory. And I say uncharted, mindful, again, I don't want to keep talking about, I rarely do, a book I wrote a decade ago. This is a space I care deeply about. I've always cared about it. I talked about taking the town square digital, talked about reinventing government. I started my work as a county supervisor, sort of mirroring a lot of the work that Al Gore did with Rego at the time. I mean, I think this is a deeply important space. Strategic plans, customer service plans I did, outcome-based measures. So it's an area of commitment. It's what our ODI was all about. That's what our RFI2 is about. So I love all that. I think that's all wonderful. I think it's critical, in fact. More choice, more voice, meet people where they are. And I talked about government as a platform, not as a vending machine. That was the metaphor I used in the framework of that book. So to the extent they advance those principles, I embrace it. If they talk about eliminating billions and billions of dollars to Medicaid, that's a different conversation. If they gut the Department of Education, special needs, we put $3.8 billion in special education the last few years to try to address the gaps there. I've got a different response. So that's how I'm looking at things. But the idea of making government more efficient, it's about time, is my point. Many administrations have done this. It's hardly novel to Donald Trump. It's just they named it in a different way, and they named one billionaire and another very wealthy person to run it. And so it just has its own question marks surrounding it. I'm trying to be fair. Anyway.